Hey, this is George G. This is George G's Room of Rock. Back for a video, another ranking video. We're going to do Metallica today. So we're going to go through all 10 of them. And we're going to show you my least favorite to my favorite. So people have different opinions of Metallica nowadays. They're one of the biggest metal band in the world. But people have opinions of the way they are now. But I still like the band. I've seen them live a couple times and they were really good. I saw them probably maybe 15 years ago last time I saw them, but they were still good. And I saw them with the Guns N' Roses tour back in when was that, 92, I believe. And that's when first time I saw them. So that was a really good show, and they were better than Guns N' Roses because they actually came on stage on time, which is nice. And I found out later that my wife was actually at that same show, and I didn't even meet her for another 5 years or 6 years. So that's pretty funny. Anyway, let's go to the albums. And of course, you know what the first one's going to be my least favorite, the number 10, which came out in 1998, which is Saint Anger, the one everyone seems to pick on all the time. But it is, we all know about the sound of the drums and the tinny sound of that, and how the album didn't do well. No solos on the album. I don't know how they did that, how they took her. You're not doing a solo on these albums, so, whatever. But with that being said, it's not a good album. Frantic's a good song, and Some Kind of Monster. And a couple other ones are okay. It is what it is. It's not a good album. Most people don't like it, though. That's the number 10. Number 9 is Reload from 1998, I believe. I think that was 98. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think it's 2001. Saint Anger. My mistake. Anyway, 1998. Is Reload. There's another one I'm not a big fan of. Fuel is a great song. I love that song. The Memory Remains is okay, except for Mary Ann Faithfull singing on it. I think it's god awful. But if someone might like it, that's great. But a couple of songs okay. Attitude is okay. It's just never did anything for me. I don't listen to it much. But that's my number 9. Number 8 is The Load itself. This really isn't a horrible album either. This came out in 1996. They had to cut their hair off. They changed the sound from what they were. They changed the sound for the Black Album too. But I'd say half of it's pretty good. Maybe not what you want to hear from Metallica, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not horrible. Ain't My Bitch is pretty good. 2x4 is pretty good. Hold on, let me get a better view of it. Until It Sleeps, I always like. King Nothing is good. Hero of the Day I like. Wasting My Hate is good. And, The Outlaw Torn is okay. There's a lot of it's kind of overblown, but overall it's not horrible. It's just not what you want from Metallica. But that's my number 8. My number 7 is their newest one. It came out in 2014. Or was it 16? Let me see. 16. Hardwired to Self-Destruct. This one also is good. I like their step up they did. I think it's got a really good song. So it's a little bit too long, but there's a lot of great songs on this one. Hardwired is good. Atlas Rise, Moth into the Flame, Halo on Fire. Here Comes Revenge. It's got a lot of good songs on it. I think it's a really good record. A little long, but it's still good. So that's my next one. That's number, was that 7? It doesn't matter. The next one up is the Black Album. The one that everyone doesn't seem to like anymore. Or they say something. It really is a good album. It's a good hard rock album. It's not a super heavy one, but it does have some elements of Little Thrash on it. I mean, Enter Sandman, I like. My wife hates that song. Holier Than Thou is fast. It's a good one. Unforgiven, I never cared for that one. Don't Tread on Me is good. Through the Never is another really fast one. I actually like Nothing Else Matters better than Unforgiven. Of Wolf of Man I like. The God That Failed and The Struggle Within. These are good songs. It's a good album. I mean, it's different. But I think it sold a million copies, so what do I know? Anyway, that's my next one. So that's halfway through. So the next one is 2008 Death Magnetic. I love the fact that they actually went back to their logo. I like that. And this one is, I think, is a great one. I think it's a good return to form, and not quite like the old days, but still great. But that was just Your Life Is Great. The end of the line, broken, beaten, and scarred, all nightmare long, and it's just it's good. It's a good heavy metal album. They did a nice job. I'm very glad they went back to basically the roots for this one. So that's my number 5. Number 4 is Justice for All. This is the first one with Jason Newsted after Cliff Burton's death. Rest in peace, Cliff. But this one's also a great one, though. Blackened. And Justice for All is great. It's on 1. Overplayed, but great. Shortest Straw is one of I think my favorite song on here. People don't like the Freight Ends of Sanity. I always like that one. I like the riff in it. I like the mid part riff in that one, too. It's good. It's really good. It's probably their last gasp of their greatness, in most people's opinion. Mine too, but it's good. That's my number 4. Number 3. Now the next 3, I mean, you can go in anyone's order. People have their opinions on it. But this one's a lot of people's favorite one. This is my number 3, which is Ride the Lightning. This is a classic. It's great. It's I can say it all the time, but it's really, really good. I mean, Fight Fire with Fire, Ride the Lightning, Home the Bullet Hells, Fade to Black always reminds me of a friend of mine who passed away, and this song reminds me of him. So, rest in peace, Bob. Trapped Under Ice. I like Escape, Creeping Death. I mean, these are all classics. They're Metallica classics, and this is a classic album. That's my number 3. Number 2 is other people's usually number 1, but is Metallica Master of Puppets. Another classic one, probably the classic one for them, the major one, the biggest classic. Battery, Master of Puppets, another overplayed one. A thing that should not be. I mean, Welcome Home, My Sanitarium. Still love Disposable Heroes. Love Orion. I love Damage Inc. It's just a headbanging album. So, Master of Puppets, number 2. And number 1, of course, is Kill 'Em All. To me, it's like the first beginnings of thrash. I mean, you have a lot of good thrash albums. This really started it, and they started it. Whether they kept it going, it's in the thrash vein. It's they didn't, but they did at some point. This is amazing. I love this album so much. I never get tired of it. Stuff in the eye with that one. Hit the Lights, Four Horsemen. Love the Force is my favorite song on here. Whiplash, Phantom Lord, No Remorse. I have the version here that has Am I Evil and Blitzkrieg on it. But it's just rip-roaring thrash. It's just awesome. I never get tired of hearing it. Never. So, that's my number 1. Kill 'Em All. Anyone who's watching, if you want to list your favorites, so which ones you like and which you don't like, if you agree or don't agree, it's fine. I said no one's opinion is wrong. But that's it. If you like it, please like and subscribe to the channel, and keep rocking metal alive, everyone. See you soon.